For a sport that seems so simple, Formula 1 is very complex. It's not just 20 racers driving as quickly as possible around in a circle, and the rulebook and history of penalties backs that up. Last year we released a video on the weirdest F1 rules, and today is all about the weirdest F1 penalties. Let's get started. So here are some of the weirdest penalties in Formula 1 history. Disqualified for driving too slowly. We start with Al Pease, who was disqualified from the 1969 Canadian Grand Prix for driving too slowly. The Canadian driver raced in F1 on 3 occasions, all in his home country, but experienced little success. In 1967 he was handed a non-classification after finishing 43 laps behind the leaders. In 1968 he wasn't able to start due to an engine failure, and in 1969 he was disqualified for driving too slowly. He had completed 22 laps, while the leaders had completed 46, which resulted in a disqualification. Disqualified for illegally starting a race. German driver Hans Heyer didn't make the cut in qualifying for the 1977 German Grand Prix at Hockenheim, but decided to start the race anyway. He retired after 9 laps and was disqualified for illegally starting the race when he hadn't made the cut in qualifying. He's the only driver to ever register a did not start, did not finish and disqualified in the same race. Spygate. McLaren were given the biggest penalty in any sport's history when they received a $100 million fine in 2007. Spygate became the dominant topic of the 2007 season after a McLaren employee was found in possession of documentation regarding the design of Ferrari's F2007 car. McLaren's Mike Coughlin and former Ferrari employee Nigel Stepney were the focus of the FIA's investigation, and after the case was originally closed, it reopened and McLaren were found guilty. Shortest time before a penalty. At the 2006 Turkish Grand Prix, a young Sebastian Vettel was handed a penalty less than 10 seconds into his F1 debut after speeding in the pit lane. Thankfully, the rest of his time in the sport went a little bit better than how his career started. €5,000 for a moped ride. Vettel was also handed a strange penalty in 2022, his final year in F1. The Aston Martin driver was handed a €5,000 penalty for riding a moped scooter at Albert Park in FP1 for the Australian Grand Prix. Physios lead to €10,000 fine. Another example from 2022, where Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen were all penalised at the Austrian Grand Prix as their physios were interacting with them in Parc Fermé before they had been weighed. This led to a €10,000 fine for each of them. There are bound to be plenty of weird F1 penalties that have happened over the years, so let us know any we've missed in the comments section down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next time.